What's up, YouTube? My name is Jesse Ringness, and I'm honestly not quite sure how to begin this video besides welcoming my dog Zeus. This is Zeus. Wanting a hug? Alright, alrighty. There's your hug, Bubba. Can I do this video or no? No. Apparently, I'm not allowed to do this video because somebody needs some attention. This is Wheezy right over here, named after the penguin from Toy Story because she's got white on her chest, and I picked her up. She was really small. This is the first video like this that I've ever done where I'm sitting down directly in front of the camera speaking to you. I gotta be honest, I am nervous. I'm not really sure how to do this properly yet, but I just wanted to tell you guys a story. I'm going to try to be as emotionless as possible, but I don't think that's going to work out too well. So, I'm not really sure where to begin, but I want to talk to you guys about myself lately. I've been really stressed out, and I've been under a lot of pressure, and my depression has been out of this world crazy. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are suffering from the same thing right now. I thought that my story might help you guys that feel like there's no way out, that the hole keeps getting bigger and bigger, and the darkness is closing in, and you just want to walk away from it all. So I guess I'll just go ahead and start with the beginning of this year. High five? Want a high five? Oh, he's a booger. Yeah. He's just a big baby. He just wants love and attention all the time. So, 2020 has been crazy for all of us. For myself, it's been beyond crazy. I don't think that there's a word for that. I'm not quite sure how to describe it. Come here, Zeus. Your ear itch. I'm gonna get it. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Wheezy wants some love too, huh, Wheeze? She got a bone. She's good. For those of you that don't know, my mom has had multiple sclerosis since 1997. She's been a fighter. She's a strong, resilient woman who refuses to let the disease take the best of her, so she fights it every step of the way. She's been fully handicapped for many years. She was normal, working, fun-loving, and hard worker. She would take a cane to work. Eventually it was pushing a walker. I remember when I came home from college one time, my friends met up at her work to surprise her, and it took her a good 30 minutes to walk outside to her car. And she did that for years because she had to put me through college and keep a roof over our head. So that's who my mom is. She has been fully disabled for a while. She's been fully wheelchair bound for a few years now. And life's been difficult. As a single parent, there's only so much that she could do. But as the only child, there's also only so much that I can do. So I've tried my best. I've failed a whole lot. I'm not a good, son the way I should be, but I do what I can. And so that's just kind of a brief rundown. Parents divorce, mom disability, and that leads us to this year. At the beginning of this year, my mom was with her aide. We've been hiring aides for quite some time now to help us out. And her aide took her to AT&T to get a new phone, and the ramps at AT&T were not built correctly. So the ramp at one point goes down flat and then back up, but then right behind it there's a lip and the curb keeps going. So when my mom was going up it, my mom's aide went and held the door open. My mom's wheel from her wheelchair went off the curb and ejected her out of the wheelchair. She landed face first on the concrete, bleeding, gushing. Paramedics were called. My mom's aide called me. I rushed up there, and she suffered a broken nose, a cut through her eyebrow that had to be sewn back together, um, over 20 stitches. I don't remember exactly how much, but concussion just wore her down. She was already weak, and this fall really just put the pressure on her body, and the stress on her body that it didn't need. So, ever since then, life's been a lot more difficult because we've been having to have 24-hour care. So when I'm not at home, we had to hire people to come in the house. It's a whole different world than most people that are 30 years old have to go through. So after my mom's fall, we had to hire 24-hour care. When I was at work, we had people here. I would be here with my mom from the evening time up until about 4 a.m. I'd go to sleep at 4. My mom's aide would come back at 4 a.m. till about 10. Um, I would sleep then, go to work, come home. Just this revolving cycle of 24-hour care, costing mom, I should say, close to $9,000 a month, which is astronomical. But it is what it is, and you do what you have to do for your family. Um, so it's been a struggle ever since mom's fall because she's deteriorated in her health. She's kind of gone downhill. She's not as with it mentally, and there's just all sorts of problems. When the coronavirus hit and everybody started going crazy and things started changing, and the CDC started recommending certain guidelines and closing schools, that's when I spoke to my mom's doctor, and we decided that it would be best if I did not go to work, considering I work in retail, and I'd be handling cash, dealing with hundreds of customers a day. For somebody that has a parent with an immune system that weak, it is not the best option to be out, in this environment. So I contacted my work and took a leave of absence for close to 3 months. At the time, I thought I was doing what was best for my family. Had I known the way things would have kind of played out, I might have had, to made the decision to stay at work. But during the 3-month leave of absence, I had two tragedies that put a damper on everything. So during the leave of absence, we were cooking one night and the kitchen caught fire, the stove caught fire, the cabinets went into flames. It was really, really scary. I didn't know what to do in that moment. I was frozen in fear, but before I knew it, something hit me and I rushed into action and grabbed a towel and got it wet and started patting everything down and getting the fires out. This is my finger that has healed. It was swollen about that much. Anyways, kitchen has since been fixed. It's been remodeled. Look how nice that looks. That situation has been resolved, but not long after that, my mom suffered a pulmonary embolism late at night one night, had to call 911, and of course, they're freaking out because my mom couldn't breathe, and they're thinking it's COVID and asking me all these questions. That was probably another one of the scariest moments of my life, and my mom got taken to the hospital. They rushed her to a second hospital. Her COVID-19 test came back negative. Turns out she had a huge blood clot in her lungs.
Hello, I'm here. Thanks for all the prayers. I'm going in to be operated on tomorrow. So say a prayer, keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully everything will go good.
They rushed her into surgery, got fluids pushed through her, got the clot resolved, and she was recovering for a while.
Suck it out, grind it up, and do all that stuff, and increase risk for, procedural complications. The treatment was basically this guy right here, blood thinners, right? So blood thinners, in the vein transitions to blood thinners by mouth. Okay? And generally, when somebody has a blood clot, the treatment regimen is blood thinners for 6 months.
Oh,
Okay. So that's generally where we go.
that's a long time.
You know, could be worse. It's sometimes forever.
Oh,
You know, and I say that because we have to kind of look at the big picture and say, what is your risk for recurrent blood clots? And being as, you know, as immobile as you are, your risk is higher.
mm.
Well,
So,
I could have my caregivers start exercising me.
well, you know, it's you're never going to be to a point where,
Right.
unfortunately, I wish I could say that hey, we're going to be to a point where you can walk around the block in 10 minutes. But
Those are the major things that have really just piled on the stress in my life and made it seem as though this life wasn't worth living and that there were other options. And I was actually reaching out to the city of Frisco, the CARES Act, trying to get some help there. And they denied me. Reached out to my job, put in all the documents and the paperwork and the application for their partner relief fund. Got denied there. So mom had to move out of the house. We got her set up in an assisted living residential home that's several cities away, but I'm still able to visit. But $9,000 a month is a whole lot more than the $4,000 that it costs to have her at this place. So, you know, we're doing what we're doing. We're doing what we have to do. We have to sell the house. My mom can't afford to live in that place, and I don't make enough money. I can't afford. I wish I could. I wish I was raking in the dough and I could just not have a worry in the world. Mom moved out. We got her situated, but I basically have to move out of the house. We have to sell this house so she can, you know, afford her 24-hour care from here on out. So we're dealing with a lot of those issues, right? The point of this story is I just got a call today about why I was denied, and they were letting me know that I can reapply and put it down as the fire, and then apply again and put it down as the medical for my mom and all. It's all political. It's all corporate. It's all bull. But anyways, I ended that call feeling really, really down, feeling depressed, feeling like, you know, I'm doing everything I can, that I'm trying, that I'm reaching out. Moments after I'd gotten a message about something that I had posted online on Facebook at the marketplace for sale. Obviously, I'm selling a bunch of my crap, getting rid of everything I don't need, and I have a bunch of clocks from back in the day. My mom used to collect, you know, little animal clocks, things like that. So I just got a couple here to show you guys. Something like this. Too bright. Why is it so bright? There you go. But a little dog looking at a clock. And then a couple of them were kind of went with the set, picture frames, you know, that are animal themed. And it's been weeks. No one's responded. I have resubmitted the post several times until today. I got a message today from Kimberly Harrell. So Kimberly said, I would be interested in these. There are 10. Would you take 20 for the set? I said, for all 10 pieces? No. I said, I'm being evicted and I need to pay bills. Sorry, I can't go lower. She said, what price were you thinking? I said, well, I wasn't expecting someone would want them all as a collection. So at 10 a piece, I was expecting 100 solid individually. But I told her that I will sell them for less than that. I would go down to 50 for the entire set. And she said, that's a little more money than I intended to pay, but I might be able to do it if I could come see and make sure they're in good shape. Her and her husband show up. I had brought all the pieces out to the porch, showed them all of them. They looked at them for a few minutes, and they were like, well, thank you, but I think we're going to pass today. All right, cool, no problem. So about 20-25 minutes go by, and I hear a knock at the front door. And I'm thinking, who is this? Maybe it's Kimberly, and she decided that she wanted it after all. So let me go see who's at the door. And there they are, Kimberly and her husband. And I opened the door, and they said that they felt compelled to turn around. They wanted to give me a blessing. It really was pulling on their heart that they wanted to help me, that they just felt the need to offer some money over, and they handed me this. And I was thinking, oh, wow, okay. Okay, so what's going on? And they said that God had told them that they needed to bless me today, and they said that they gave me full asking price. So at the time, expecting $50. But when I came inside and counted it, they had given me the full $100 asking price, and they said that they wanted to pass it along, and that they've been blessed, and that they buy things from people and resell them online, and it wasn't, the type of product that they thought they could really make a profit off of, but they felt the need to pass on a blessing to me, and so they were giving me full asking price, and at that point I'm just taken back. I'm in shock. I'm just like, who are these people? I don't know you. You're not even from my city. I've reached out to my work, and my work won't help me. I've reached out to the city. The city won't help me. And here are some random strangers that, you know. So anyway, I've been really, really questioning things and questioning my faith and just struggling on a day-to-day with anger and frustration and depression. And here comes Kimberly and her husband, and they took it upon themselves to see someone in need and to help them out. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. I'm so appreciative. Let me go grab you the clocks. Let me give you the clocks. They're like, no, we don't want them. We're not interested in them. We just wanted to give you this money, and we hope you have a good day. And I just wanted to share this story with you guys, because I know there's a lot of people that are going through difficult times right now. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that are stressed and depressed and just all over, out of their mind at the moment. And I really needed something like this to remind me that there are good people out there that don't have to know you, that don't have to want something from you, that simply want to help a fellow human being. So here I am, looking like a fool, crying on the internet. It's alright. It's not the first time I've looked like a fool. I'm not crying on camera for your sympathy. I'm not posting this video to get money or donations or help. I want to reach out to you who leave work with that blank face of dread, who sees the news and doesn't want to wake up, who feels like the world is caving in around them and they've got nothing left to live for. This video is for you guys, because you're not alone. There are people, there are really good people out there that want to help you. And 2020 is not over. It is not your time to give up. I need you to focus on the good and remember that the light will always shine through the darkness. No matter how bad of a day you're having, or there's always a good person waiting to help. So if you need help, reach out. If you're embarrassed of your situation, I don't think it hurts to talk about it. At the end of the day, they felt their heart needed to do this. God was telling them they needed to do this. And I know that they left feeling like $1,000,000 because it always feels good to do good things for people, whether they deserve it or not. So, for all you crazy people out there, hang in there. You got this. Let's do this together. Okay?